Last week, Governor Greg Abbott signed a handful of bills that passed during this year's busy legislative session, but he also vetoed many of them.
So for a look at what didn't make the cut, we bring in our digital journalist, Ferris Abawi. Good morning, Ferris. And Ferris, what can you tell us about some of the bills that Abbott vetoed this past legislative session?
Hey, yeah, good morning to y'all. As you know, the legislature passed roughly 3,000 bills in that last legislative session. Abbott vetoed 20 of them, essentially. And a lot of them have caught a lot of attention on Twitter. One of them he vetoed was about dog chaining bill. And this bill would have reformed some of the laws that animal advocates were calling for to help make it easier to step in when you see a dog harmfully restrained. Abbott vetoed that bill, saying the requirements on it were just too onerous for dog owners, and he felt it amounted to micromanaging and over-criminalization. He also vetoed a bill that would have required dating violence prevention instructions in school. And he vetoed that one because he felt like parents didn't have the option to opt out of it. And he felt that parents should be given the option to opt out of any instruction they don't think is good for their student. And another one that really disappointed a lot of criminal justice advocates was a bill he vetoed that would have allowed juvenile offenders to get parole earlier than they currently are allowed to get now. A lot of criminal justice advocates wanted to see that pass through just so they could really allow these juveniles who sometimes have matured to get out a little earlier. But unfortunately, Abbott said that it would open a lot of convictions up to a lot of litigation. And so those are some of the bills that he vetoed.
Ferris, one major veto that Abbott made apparently had to do with part of the budget that actually pays the Texas legislature. Why did that happen?
Yeah, well, as you guys can remember, at the end of the 87th Texas legislature, the Texas House Democrats walked out of the legislature to to protest the restrictive voting bill that Abbott wanted to see passed and on his desk. So in response, Abbott decided to do a line item veto on the budget that will prohibit lawmakers from getting their pay. Now, our elected officials, they only make about $600 a month from this. But unfortunately, there are some unintended consequences of that veto. It's actually going to harm a lot of staffers and support agencies in the Texas legislature who are not our elected officials. So that'll be something to keep an eye on.
And Ferris, before we go, can the legislature override any of these vetoes at this point?
Well, Sarah, because a lot of these vetoes came at the end of the legislative session, there's nothing they can do to override it at this point. There is nothing that stops them from passing similar bills in future legislatures and maybe making the tweaks to the language that Abbott asked for. But there's nothing they can do in this legislative session. Now, coming up next for the legislature, we definitely have some special sessions. Abbott has already called one for July 8th. So we're just waiting to see exactly what will be on that agenda.
All right, Ferris Abawi, thank you so much. And also, you can find all this stuff on ksat.com. Thank you, Ferris.
Thank y'all. Happy to be here.